Hi everyone, and welcome back, or welcome to my channel if you haven't been here before, and if you haven't been here before, please subscribe to be a part of the bilingual family. And even that sentence I almost messed up. I was gonna start with in today's video, listen to me, okay? I am so excited for the weather that we're having right now. For a long time we had a very hot summer, and I don't mind it. Sunshine makes me happy and all that, but there's this particular feeling that I get whenever like I go outside. I come home from work on my bicycle in my long puffer jacket, and it starts raining and it's gray and there's a little bit of like freshness, as in like a little bit of cold, and I love that feeling, and it has made me very excited for the fact that autumn is starting very soon. Autumn or fall, whatever you want to call it. So I thought, you know what, let's just make a video about my favorite like quintessential fall lippies. These are just the type of colors that I'm really excited to use for like fall and autumn, which is the same thing. Also, I kind of wanted to quickly ask you some feedback, but I wanted to ask you if there's anything like about my videos that you would want to see improve, whether it's like the video itself, the way I film things, the lighting, whether it's audio, new microphone perhaps, who knows, or just like in general like the video editing, if ever anything has to be different, and in a way to kind of spice things up, I guess, and to make it more worth your while to watch it. I would really appreciate it if you could leave that in the comments down below, because I kind of want to hear your thoughts about my videos and what you think of my videos, what kind of vibe they give you, and maybe also just like why you watch my channel, because that would be really nice as well. I don't know. I have my micellar water and like my cleaning towel. This is from Katie Jane Hughes in Spectrum. This is gonna be used a lot, and my lips are gonna be really rough by the end of this video. I also have all of my lip liners with me right now, because I do love to pair most of these with a lip gloss. So I'm gonna show you just like the lip liner that I usually use with each color. So I have a few lip glosses. These are the three quintessential, you know, excited to use them for fall again, lip glosses. So this is the NYX Professional Makeup Butter Gloss, or the NYX Cosmetics Butter Gloss, and this is the shade Madeline. I used to have Tiramisu, which is a little bit darker than this one, but this one is like a really nice nude for fall. So this is a really interesting formula, I would say, in a sense that it's almost like balmy. It's not really the most high shine finish that you're going to find. Because it's quite light, it definitely does benefit if you use a slightly more like darker lip liner underneath, because it is quite light even for my complexion. What I usually use is the Nabla Lip Shaper in the shade number 2. I'm actually laughing because you're gonna see this lip liner a lot, which is also why it's this tiny. Otherwise, when it comes to like the formula, it's very like nourishing, even though it's not the most high shine finish that you're going to find on the market. But I do find it quite beautiful on the lips. It doesn't really settle into any of the lines on your lips, and it gives them that kind of plumpness that you would want. Then the next one is for my warm toned brown. So this is the Tower 28 Shine On Lip Jelly in the shade Cashew. These are like the milky lip jellies. I don't know if you can see, but like there's a huge portion where it's just like kind of empty, and all of the product has gathered in like this specific place of the tube. This is amazing. This is beautiful. This is high shine. This is extremely hydrating on the lips, and the shade is very much that warm toned cozy kind of color that you're looking for. It is darker than the NYX one. When it comes to the formula, like I said, it's high shine. It definitely is, and it is so insanely glidey on the lips. I get where they come from with like the name jelly. It is just gliding on the lips, smooth. It feels almost like a lip oil, but it isn't. The Tower 28 one, again, I like to pair this with my Nabla Lip Shaper in the shade #2. If you have a similar complexion to mine, and even I think if you're more on the medium side, this is a beautiful lip pencil. But yeah, this one is insanely beautiful. Side note, I have been up since 5 AM and I am absolutely shattered and talking isn't really working today. So this is the Mesaudo Milano Lavish Bronze in the shade Sunset Lover. This is definitely a much darker, kind of dark cranberry mauve kind of lip gloss. It's the darkest of the three. Yeah, it gives me like those Snow Whitey vibes, even though she has, I think, a red lip. Doesn't matter. This one is absolutely beautiful. It reminds me, I have to think of what this color actually reminds me of. Yeah, it reminds me of those plummy colors, and I think if you're not really looking for something brown, but you're also not looking for something too pink, plums and berries are also really beautiful for fall. I am so ridiculous for this, but also I like to pair it with the NARS close-up lip shaper. I'm sorry, it just matches almost every single lip product that I have in my collection, and I use it pretty much for every single thing. Oh yeah, and then with the NYX one, actually, I also sometimes love to pair this with the She Glam Velvet matte lip liner in the shade Concrete Jungle. These two together, because this one is a little bit more on the like contoury, more cool tone side instead of like being very warm toned, kind of gives that crazy dimension and gives you very pouty lips. So I also like to pair it with that one sometimes. Moving on to kind of lip balm colors, I again have three kind of lip balm colors for you. Yeah, I'm actually gonna start talking about one that I recently discovered, and this is so pretty. So I recently picked up the Labello Blackberry Shine, and that's it. There's no shade name because it's the Labello Blackberry Shine. I think it got a lot of attention on TikTok because they were kind of looking for that Clinique kind of dupe, and this is such a beautiful shade for fall. You can already tell by the packaging that this is beautiful. Obviously, it's like the Labello formula, so you have that kind of hydrating, moisturizing lip balm texture, but it has like, I wouldn't say it has the slightest tint of color to it, because for me, it's already quite pigmented because I am more on the pale side, but this is really beautiful if you want that kind of like bitten look, as if it looks as if your lips have been just completely, you know, that kind of thing. It's beautiful, and it is that beautiful like blackberry color. I was actually expecting it to be a little bit darker, but it isn't, and I'm actually not mad about that. The next up is one of my absolute favorite lip balms. This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Core Lip Shine in the shade Happy. So in the middle, it has like a little heart to it. Now I have used this very consistently, so this might look like rubbish. So in the middle, you have like a little heart to it, and it's basically like a Vaseline kind of thing. The center of this like lip balm gives you that shine, and then the outside of it around the heart gives you that tint, and the tint is a very light rose mauve kind of color. But again, this is one that I am very excited to use. It's a formula that I actually really like because it's very easy to apply, and it is quite a hydrating formula. A lot of the times when you have these like lip balm colors, they don't really, you know, they almost seem to dry out your lips even more, but this one doesn't really do that. This one is one that I do like to pair with the She Glam because it is more on that like cool tone side, but also sometimes I do like to pair it with the NYX lip pencil in the shade Nude Beige. This one is also kind of more on the cool tone side, almost more on the gray side, like that beigey kind of gray side, and it pairs quite well with this one, so I use one of those two. And then finally we have the M Cosmetics Lip Cushion Tinted Lip Luminizer, and this is the shade Mona Lisa. Now my dearest grungy friends, this is beautiful if you are looking for light brown that is on the cool tone side, and that is kind of going to give you that 90s inspired look. Added on top of that is the formula that is extremely high shine. This is one that I definitely have to use a lip liner with that is darker than the actual color, because it tends to maybe like move around so much because it is so extremely high shine and like just balmy, but the color is beautiful. It's really like a grayish kind of color that is beautiful on the lip. This one is beautiful, and M Cosmetics, I'm gonna say a lot of the products that I have tried from them are actually amazing, and this one is very very much becoming a staple for the fall time. I do pair that one with the She Glam one, again contoury, darker than my actual complexion. So those were the lip liners. So all that we have left to do right now are the lipsticks, which is basically the main part of this video. So first of all, we have the Essence, I think this is called the Bold Lipstick, and this is the shade This Is Me 03, or is it This Is Me lipstick? These are the This Is Me lipsticks, and I have the shade 03 Bold. A lipstick, a classic kind of lipstick formula, creamy, almost like a satin kind of finish, glides on top of the lips, very easy in application. I would say when it comes to pigment, very opaque and very pigmented. You can dab it on, or you can like just glide it like you would regularly do. This is like a beautiful color that I love because depending again on the lip liner that you use, it screams autumn or it screams 90s nude, so that's amazing to me. Also, I just really like the way that this kind of matches my complexion, but because of the more mauvey or brown undertone that this particular color has, I do find it to be more appropriate for like the fall and autumn time. And they smell really nice. They smell like vanilla-y, beautiful as well. And this one is actually one that I pair with a couple of lip liners. If I want something a little bit more pink, I take my Essence Stay A Hour lip liner in the shade Curious. If I want something a little bit more on the contoury kind of cool tone side, I use the She Glam Concrete Jungle lip liner. If I want something a little bit more warm toned, I go for the Catrice lip pencil in Hey Macademia Ahey. And if I want just something in between, a neutral shade, Nabla Close Up Lip Shaper, as always with these products. A goodie, a favorite, a huge favorite actually throughout the entire year. This is the Vieve Modern Matte Lipstick in the shade Comin in Haute. This is beautiful, and this is a very quintessential warm toned kind of nude. It has like orange undertones, but it's also quite neutral at the same time. So it has that warmth, it has that oranginess to it to make it like a really cool nude color, but at the same time it has enough of that neutrality, is that a word? To make it wearable and to not make your teeth, for example, orange. This is a matte formula, and despite me having, you know, an absolute hatred for dry lips, this is one that I actually find very comfortable and lightweight because the texture of this when you apply it is very thin. It's not a very creamy kind of formula. Actually, it's quite dry and almost powdery, but it doesn't really look like that when you apply it because the texture is so thin and just very comfortable to wear on the lips. Always like to pair it with my Nabla Close Up Lip Shaper. This is basically the perfect lip liner for that lip color. Another one, oh yeah, this is everything. This is a lipstick from Lisa Eldridge that I find so unique, so beautiful, so perfect. So this is the Lisa Eldridge Luxuriantly Lucent Lipstick in the shade Painterly. Beautiful mauvey pink with a blue undertone. It doesn't have a lot of warmth to it, and you can build it up to be quite dark. You know, when I said about the labello thing that has like that bitten look, this is almost, I don't know if this is a smart thing to say, but this is almost as if your lips are bruised, but they're not bruised, you're just wearing that kind of color. That is the absolute worst description to actually kind of describe a shade, I think. I'm struggling to find the words to describe what I feel for this color. Also, like the actual formula allows you to build it up to the darkness that you want. Nabla Close Up Lip Shaper or with my Essence Stay A Hour lip liner. Man, if I tell you that the Nabla one is my favorite lip liner, it is my favorite lip liner, and you can see why. It's just so great. Then we have two more to go, and this is actually quite a special one. This is not really a lipstick. This is the Rare Beauty Lip Soufflé in the shade, oh yeah, it's the Lip Soufflé Matte Lip Cream in the shade Fearless. But the main reason I love this, besides the color being just beautiful and everything that I look for in like that dark berry kind of tone, I just realized that I am not wearing lip liner or lipstick throughout this entire video. yeah, I'm not gonna do it now because we already came too far. So yeah, besides the color, I also really like the formula. It's one that is just so interesting and unique to me. It's very airy and therefore it's also very lightweight on the lips, but it's so insanely comfortable to wear. So this Rare Beauty one again is so perfect when it comes to the shade. Beautiful. This is a mini, by the way. Isn't this the cutest thing you have ever seen? It is for me. And then finally, I promised you for one of my grungy girls. This is the Huda Beauty matte lipstick in the shade Dirty 30. This is an interesting color. Now, this one is a purple with gray to it, which is very unique in my collection. But when it comes to the actual formula, it's not my favorite formula. I wish it was a little bit more matte and not as creamy, especially for a shade like this. But the actual shade of this is so... it's just like a dark shade, which I think automatically is very suitable for fall, and especially if you are a fan of more of those grungy, beautiful kind of colors. So guys, that completes today's video of all of my favorite fall lippies that I am very excited to wear during the upcoming season, which has already kind of joined us, even though for some reason the sun is shining at the moment. But yeah, I really appreciate that you watched today's video, and I'm just in general very happy with like my little community that I have on the internet. That just means a lot to me. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have found some inspiration for like fall lippies, and I actually just kind of let me know what like your favorite fall lippies are to wear. I would be interested actually. Yes, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.